I'm quitting the podcast.
Damn.
No.
Full government named. Yeah, no, I don't blame you. Get out of here.
No.
That was threatening, honestly.
Guys, I don't know if I got anything.
What? What are you talking about?
I got like a little, I got little thing.
It's been a month and change.
Has it? Son of a bitch.
Yes.
Scary.
Whose fault is that, Nick?
What? You.
No, I mean, yeah, but no. Honestly, Nick, I think it's your fault.
You're so right. I'll see myself out.
No. Oh, well, hey everybody, welcome back to DipShips Legitimate Boating Podcast. As always, I am your captain, Clemente Carl, and joining me as always, my wonderful co-host, Maritime Eddie.
Hello!
Nautical Nicholas.
I'm so glad I've been recording.
I mean, we all should be recording at all times when we enter the call. You should know this.
This is literally the first time I've done that.
That's concerning, Nick.
How have we not instilled in you? ABR. Always be reclining. Wait, shit.
You're
Trip
correct.
check.
How are we all doing, everybody? How's it been going?
Bad.
Yeah,
What?
mood.
No, what could possibly have been bad in America in the last couple of weeks?
Would you like an itemized list?
I feel like we don't have that kind of time.
No,
We do not.
It's the best country in the world.
Most efficient, certainly. We have a whole department for it, after all.
Everything's great. So who wants to start?
I really want it to be you because I want to know how little you brought to the table.
Hell yeah.
I hate you saying that because I am going through and
No
scrubbing
fucking
right
waste
now?
off of my blue sky.
Holy shit.
I'm just making sure that I got everything that I need for the podcast, you know.
Okay, yep. Mm-hmm.
How you doing, Nick? How's
You know what, buddy? There's a weight off my shoulders
why is that?
because I'm quitting my job.
Oh,
Oh, you're quitting?
Yeah.
Not just, like, seeing how long it takes them to fire you, but you're actually quitting.
Yeah, I have Monday off, and then after Monday, I'm going to call and be like, I'm not coming back.
I am so proud of you.
God, I wish that was me.
Wait. Cash out all your PTO.
That's why I have Monday off.
Lovely, alright.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
You're doing so great.
Oh,
All right, where do I begin?
at the beginning.
It's a very, very good place to start.
When I was born,
A little further back than that.
Yeah,
we
for a
knew it
little
was a
further ahead.
horrible mistake.
Neither of my parents showed up to the birth.
They're both missing. I honestly don't give a shit about a lot of the stuff that has happened before.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've blacked out so much just because everything's been bad.
Yeah.
Everything happens all the time, but also nothing happens.
So instead, Nick, I'm gonna tell you about woerm.
Woerm?
Okay.
Let me begin with
Go ahead, buddy. Speak your truth.
before I do that. Start of 119 picks, so I don't forget. Woerm, you know.
What?
Worm.
So
No, that's morph, idiot.
some of the it's called a fidget worm.
It's called Anything is a Dildo if you're brave enough.
No, this would probably shatter.
Yeah, I don't
If
recommend
you're
it.
brave enough.
I'm not.
I'm not either.
Sounds like a you problem.
I don't want to get shards of plastic in my asshole yet.
Again.
Rather have the glass. Yeah, I don't know. One of the kids in my building has one of these on their desk, and I just walk by it and play with it every day. And I was just like, I should get one of these. So I got one of them.
Hell yeah. Okay.
This was
I'm really glad that you're like, Man, a lot has happened and I don't care about it. So the actual start of your sentence is, check out this fucking worm.
Check out this fucking worm. This is the best thing that's happened to me recently.
Oh my god.
Yeah, doesn't that suck, Nick?
It kind of does. I'm sorry, buddy.
I can talk about one thing that happened at work that is the one thing that I give a shit about to talk about.
Sure, feel free.
I told my boss about 2 weeks ago that my vacuum has been electrocuting me while I'm working.
What?
So here is a
Don't
picture.
give the spicy handle.
Here's a picture of the wire on my vacuum. I told him
Okay.
2 weeks ago, hey, we need to replace this wire because I've been using it and I feel the electricity going up my arm and through my body.
It's encouraging. It makes me feel good and tingly.
And he
But
goes,
watch out.
Yeah, and he goes, oh, well, I guess we'll try and replace it or something. And I went, okay, cool. Make sure you write it down. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday pass. Wednesday I come in and he gestures over to the vacuum and he goes, why is that in here?
Oh.
There's something wrong with it. And I
See,
just...
now, it's your own fault for assuming that someone would pay attention.
I just kind of stared like he was the stupidest man on the planet. Because he is.
You should hunt him for sport.
And I just very slowly, the wire is damaged. It shocks me when I use it.
The old
It
spicy
needs
hand.
to be replaced. And he goes, oh, okay. Still haven't gotten the wire, by the way. It's been a week. It's been 2 weeks. Still haven't gotten a wire.
Nice.
He told me Monday that it was going to arrive this past Tuesday or Wednesday. Didn't arrive the whole week. It's just not here.
You know what? I prefer it not showing up to it's here and they just didn't do it.
I mean, there's always the chance that that also happened.
Oh,
There is
okay.
the chance that that happened exactly, and I don't know. I fucking hate it here.
Extremely fair.
Someone was like, you should just call OSHA, and I'm like, you're right, I should just call OSHA, actually.
They're right. Get him in here, bring the horses.
Don't worry, soon enough there will be no such thing as OSHA or
That's true.
regulation or the Department of Education or...
That's true. Nothing will exist anymore.
Oh, blissful oblivion.
I don't know if I talked about this last time. Nick, we've talked before about Sour Patch Kids, correct? You and all of us?
We have...
Medi, what is this picture?
Huh? You got the old spicy handle.
Oh.
How could you, vacuum, give me the old spicy handle? How could you do this to your own operator?
So easily.
That's really good. So I've been getting really into Sour Patch Kids, especially like the blue raspberry ones.
I need you to explain to me what that means.
Oh, there's blue Sour Patch Kids, and he likes
No, not that. How do you
What?
get really into Sour Patch Kids?
I've been
Tasty.
eating them a lot. Tasty.
I actually, until you sent this image, did not know they made whole bags of one flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
do.
The ones that I have seen are this, watermelon, and grape.
That feels correct.
Those are the ones I hear are the best. Not so much grape. I don't think people mind grape. It's just like, it's there.
I don't think I would get a whole bag of grape.
Let me tell you, you should get a whole bag of blue raspberry. It fucks.
I don't think I'm going to do that.
I mean, you can be fucking weak and stupid. It's okay. It's not my problem.
I am, don't worry.
I was going to say, I know, I do it every day. I'm really good at it.
I'm trying to think.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you. Should I talk about the new D&D character I thought up? Because I kind of like them a lot.
I don't think so.
I also don't think you should talk about them.
Why not?
Give me the pitch.
The pitch is it is a necromancer, but it's not like a person. It's a colony of mushrooms that have taken over and manipulate a corpse.
Okay.
So they use the spores that they spread to raise the dead and control them.
I think there's almost literally a subclass for this in 5e, because there's a Circle of Spores druid.
I think someone may have mentioned that in the post I made about it.
I just, in
But
my
I like
head,
the
I'm thinking
idea.
of the mushroom.
The mushroom. You just got Minecraft on the brain, huh?
Unfortunately, man, it's everywhere, and it sucks.
Flint and Steel, baby.
I am Steve.
The amount of clips I've seen about Chicken Jockey, I'm going to kill myself.
Chicken Jockey.
There's signs now about like, hey, we're all excited for Chicken Jockey, but please don't throw popcorn at the screen.
Please do not clap when the child dies.
I think it was KZ went to go see it because, he made it a stream goal and reached it and went, well, fucking, I don't want to go.
I guess I have to.
And he was like, I liked it a lot more than I thought. And there was just a row of children in the front who were popping off when he said, I am Steve. So it was a good experience.
Jesus.
Good for them.
I guess.
I wish I could be that excited about anything anymore.
I can be, just not Minecraft.
Anyway, I wrote a small thing up about them. I named them Colin.
Okay.
Which is short for colony, because of course they just refer to themselves as colony. What else would they be? But they want to fit in as a human. Yeah, what's up?
So they're inhabiting a corpse. They look human. Is this Colin Robinson?
No, but I did also have that thought.
Okay.
No, but I did also go, but what if? And I was like, nah. No, I think they'd be a little too, not stupid, but just not quite understanding human things. So, I mean, they could kind of be Robinson-esque in a way.
Okay. All right. Fan of Colin.
I think they're neat. I've been thinking about them a lot. It's the only reason why I wanted to bring them up. I've been thinking a lot of them, and I like them.
I think I would like to hold them gentle like Hamburger.
I don't know if they would like that at all.
I mean, probably not.
Maybe they would. I finished What We Do in the Shadows finally. I've been putting it off for a while.
Let's go. Feel that. Haven't watched an episode in like a month and a half.
I was like not even in the middle. I was a couple episodes into season 6. And then I was like, well, I don't want to keep watching because then it's going to end and I'm going to be sad.
But it had to be done.
But it had to be done.
You had to put the show down.
Had to be done, and I had to watch it, and I had to get to, I guess, probably one of the best fucking jokes that they could put out at the end.
Make America great again for vampires.
MAGAF.
Sure. What else could they have done?
The fact that it's Kristen Shaw specifically saying it is what gets me. One night after one of KZ's streams, we watched Scooby-Doo and Scooby-Doo 2 back to back.
Fuck yeah.
The only thing I took away from it was going, dude, they got Dick Suckle in this.
I'm sorry?
One of the guys who produced it is named Richard Suckle.
Oh, no. I've watched this movie a lot, but I never read that.
So when we started the second movie and the beginning credits started playing, and I saw Richard Suckle, I screamed really loud and threw my fist in the air. It's like, yeah!
He's back!
Dick Suckle's in this! Scooby-Doo 2 is a really good movie. They got Peter Boyle in that shit. Did you know he was in Young Frankenstein?
I know.
That was my bit the entire movie.
How'd you make that one sentence last the whole movie?
Very simple. Anytime he showed up on screen, I'd go, oh shit, Peter Boyle. You guys know he was in Young Frankenstein?
Wow, that sucks.
I think Aalto was too high because it made him laugh every single time.
One of the last movies this dude was in is The Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause.
That's really sad.
That is incredibly sad.
That's fucking upsetting. I don't remember if I talked about Invincible Season 3 last time.
Oh god, maybe.
That shit's good. I can't wait for the next season.
Also cannot wait for the next season. I gotta let my cat out.
No!
She wishes for freedom.
She's gonna come right back in.
I know.
She's gonna stare at you holding the door open and be like, you're a fucking idiot.
Why would you close it again? I'm just coming back.
I watched The Muppets 2011. The movie where they kidnapped Jack Black.
Like, every time it's like any title and then you have to say the year afterwards, it feels like it's going to be either a horror movie or a police drama.
I mean, The Muppets is basically both.
You know? Fair enough.
Still a really good movie all these years later. Very funny, very good. Again, they kidnapped Jack Black, and the fact that he's just not like in with the Muppets, he's just there the whole time, tied down to a chair, screaming, "Someone please let me go!" was kind of cathartic.
I, in the official timeline of Jack Black movies, this is... Wait, I just remembered about the Minecraft post-credits scene.
Oh, hell yeah.
I haven't seen it yet,
again.
and I don't want to know it yet, because
great news. It won't matter.
Good. I hope not. I hopped into a call with my dear friend Colin and Shibuya and a couple other people one night.
The Mushroom Corpse?
And yeah.
Oh, shit.
And they were watching Tenchi Muyo.
Nice.
So I just sort of joined them for watching a lot of Tenchi Muyo.
God,
Sure.
I remember Tenchi Muyo.
And
Right.
also, we recently just watched the movie, Tenchi Muyo in Love.
That's an upsetting title, but very well, I accept.
Nick, it is a fantastic movie.
Okay.
It is really good.
There is so much Tenchi Muyo.
It is we were sitting there and we're just like, the only way you can describe this movie is it's more Tenchi Muyo. It's like they took Tenchi Muyo and made a movie. That's the only way you can describe it.
There
Isn't
is
that what
so
you would
much
want?
Tenchi Muyo.
It's exactly what you want, and it's great.
Fantastic.
It's like, we're all just gonna sit around and shit around and have fun. By the way, here's this fuck-ass villain out of nowhere.
I mean, yeah, right?
Do you guys remember that this guy was in the movie? There he is. It's like, oh, shit. Yeah.
Fuck, that's him.
The whole plot of it is like, all of a sudden one day Tenchi starts vanishing, and they're like, what the fuck is happening? And the smart lady that is with them, I forget what her fucking name is. She's got wild big pink hair.
Yeah, the grandma.
Bulma.
Yeah, she's just like, yeah, so turns out something happened to Tenchi's mom in the past.
Oh my god.
So
Yeah, it's Back to the Future.
yeah, so we're gonna have to send you all to the past to make sure she doesn't like die or anything. And they do that by spinning them very fast.
What?
It's Tenchi Muyo.
It's Tenchi Muyo.
No, yeah. No,
They almost
you're
no
right.
joke put him in one of those like spinning carnival rides with like the octopus
the round-
rides. Yeah.
The Roundup or the Gravitron or...
Yeah. Basically just strap them all in one of those and send them to the past to go and spy on Tenchi's mom and dad. And it's like, oh yeah, well Tenchi, because your mom was like a descendant of this space race, like the royalty of this alien planet, and this villain really fucking hates those people. He, showed up here to kill your mother after escaping from the future or the modern day prison, I guess.
Okay.
It's weird, but I like it. It's very fun.
I mean, all of Tenchi's weird like that.
Oh yeah, it is.
Again, episode 1, I found a wooden sword in the ground and a demon popped. Oh, she's a space alien. Oh, space cops. Oh, it just doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop.
One of the episodes we watched, they encountered a ghost ship in space.
Hell,
And like the little girl one, what's her name? Fucking Sayo or some shit.
Sure.
She ends up she ends up getting like abducted by the ghost girl who's on the ship, but not actually abducted. She just goes, hey, you want to hang out on my ship? And she goes, fuck yeah, dude, let's go. And they just walk through mirrors and just sort of have fun hanging out with each other. And the whole
they're
time,
having a play date and everyone else is losing
pretty
their
much.
fucking minds.
Yeah, and the whole time you're thinking, all right, so this is gonna end with like, we have to beat the ghost girl because she's trying to steal her life force or kill her and make her eternal friend. No, after like when it gets close to the end of the episode, she just goes, all right, well, I gotta go now. And her ghost girlfriend's just like, okay, it's nice meeting you.
I gotta go home. All right, bye.
Yeah, it's just
Holy
like, okay,
shit.
yeah, I guess, sure. Sure, we just had a little ghost adventure today. It's so fucking based and good. Anyway, I bought Tenchi Muyo in Love on VHS.
What?
Fucking, of course you did.
Why?
Because it's
No,
a really
this
good
tracks.
movie, and it looks really good on VHS.
I mean, I highly doubt it's ever been released in a higher format, so yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's on
Yeah.
DVD.
What? Okay.
Nick, I have a VHS player and a CRT. I'm going to use them for things.
I guess.
Yeah. True.
What better to use them for than fucking 80s and 90s anime?
When you're right, you're right. I don't know what else to tell you.
Exactly.
Shit, we should watch all of Ghost in the Shell. I have it around here somewhere.
Oh, we should. It's on the shelf in there.
Fuck yeah.
That shit's good as hell. So I was coming home from work one day and decided to stop at 7-Eleven. And
Okay.
I was like, oh, you know what? I'll grab they have some Pokemon cards. Yeah, I'll grab like 4 packs of Pokemon cards. Why not? It'll be
Sure.
fun. It'll be a fun little
You
thing.
play Pokemon?
No, I just like the
No.
cards. I'm one of those
Okay.
people
The
who
cards
like,
are pretty.
yeah, I'm one of those people who does that. I'm like, oh, pretty card, put it in the binder. And Nicholas, I pulled a $130 card.
Huh.
Now, guess which one of those cards is the $130 card?
I really hope it's the one in the protector.
It is.
It is.
Which is funny, because it looks the worst of all of them.
Right?
It does. It really does. I was like, oh, this shoe's got to be like fucking pricey. It looks really
Nah,
nice.
cheap as shit, like $2.
Yeah, it was like $2.
Huh.
Betty and I sitting there looking at it, and Betty like fucking pulls up the Salamence, and they're like, oh. And I immediately reached for my drawer and pulled out a protector.
I don't even think I told you the amount of money. I think you just saw my face and grabbed a protector.
That's funny.
I was like, I'm sure it's not that. Oh. And then there's the Maractus. That's just kind of there. It's a really cute artwork, though.
It's cute. Yeah.
80 cents.
Yeah.
No, the
Really
Maractus
cute
was like
artwork.
$5.
Oh, okay.
Was it? Oh, wow.
Yeah. Again, compared to the Salamence, it's fucking nothing. But
It's a cute card, though. It's really nice.
yeah, it's adorable.
I went today. Oh, wait. Did I talk about my city adventures with Aalto and Yukki? I think I did.
I don't
It's time for
remember.
me to go up and look at pictures.
I'll wait.
That's how I would know. I actually can't remember it all. I'm just going to say that I did.
Okay. Well, if not, you hung out with your friends in the city. Yay!
Yeah, we saw a man jack off.
You know, I wish
Yeah,
I
it's
could
New York
say,
City.
like, hey, that jogged my memory to the point where I remember that you talked about this last time, but it really doesn't narrow it down.
Well, this is
Right?
an easy way to tell. I see where my notes are. The last time we recorded was before that point. All right, sick. So, I went to the city with Aalto and Yukki, dear friends. We had a great time. We had fun. We were going to meet up with Yukki at a McDonald's in Times Square, but their train just sort of blew past the stop that they were going to stop at and went straight to Penn.
Yeah,
I mean, that's funny.
So when Aalto and I walked back to grab them, we saw a man just getting on the escalator whose entire ass was hanging out.
I mean, it's free advertising. What do you want?
And while we were walking back, we
ass
saw another
advertising.
dude in a bank lobby, just sitting on the floor, tallywhacking his wiener.
Good for him.
Sometimes you say things, they are upsetting.
Oh,
You're upsetting.
post a couple pictures from the trip there.
Not of the
Hey, maybe
tallywhacking.
not that one.
Not that one. None of the tallywhacking. None of the peepo smackos. I hope those went through. Yeah.
I still just see Pokemon cards.
There we go.
There we go.
So we stopped at a card store that was like in the city there. It's an NXT Legacy. I guess it's a new one. They had this really sick big Mewtwo figure. They had mostly Pokemon stuff, as you would imagine.
Right. Okay, makes sense.
I looked at their Yu-Gi-Oh offerings and it was very small and very upsetting. A lot of the trip was just us going to places that Yukki knew about. I farted on Aalto twice.
What?
I walked out to them 2 separate times and just turned and just went right on them.
Yeah, Kara likes to do that.
I like to do that to Aalto because it's funny.
I'm sorry, I cannot get over this tender statue of Barrett and Cloud in a quiet moment.
I do see that.
I was so happy to see that they posed them like this.
I didn't ship it before this moment, but now I ship it.
I think they were next to a statue of, I want to say, Titus and Yuna in the same pose.
That's
That's
funny.
funny.
So it was them and then this, and I was like, oh, this fucking rips. This is awesome.
Like seconds away from a tender kiss right there.
We went to this book off store and they had Angry Birds, and you know I had to take a picture of Angry Birds. They had a lot of games. It was crazy. It was Banana Peel. It was a very scary ad about the dark.
Okay.
Just a woman holding a phone. When the dark comes calling, are you picking up? And an ominous QR code.
The answer
So-
is yes.
I'm assuming that it's probably some kind of Welcome to Night Vale thing, but it could also be some kind of racist thing. It's
it
New
could
York,
be.
who knows?
Very scary. When we were in Kinokuniya, the bookstore there that sells a bunch of other shit, including figures, Yukki saw that they had a Proplica Tensa Zangetsu,
Okay.
Ichigo's Bankai sword, and was like, I mean, I gotta get it. So they spent most of the day walking around with a sword in a box.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's some guy's mixtape.
Oh.
I scanned the QR code and saved it.
Lame.
That is very lame.
I mean, it's a pretty cool looking website.
You know what? That's good. I'll give him props.
It's a bunch of eyeballs and stuff. Undulating. Good job, dude. Anyway, I'm sorry, continue.
There was a active shooter threat at my job one day.
Let's go. High five.
I went into work one day. Yeah, no, high fives.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
Yeah, I went into work and I got out of my car and I just sort of saw a bunch of cops outside the building. I was like, what in the hell happened? And my boss was outside. He was like, yeah, we got a call from someone saying they were in the building with a gun. Turns out it was just some random person who decided to call in a threat and is now facing federal charges.
Great.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Right?
So that's cool. If this happens again, I'm not gonna stay here.
I mean, good.
I'm not dying for this place. Fuck you.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
I had to go to the DMV to get my license, not really renewed, but I had to get the advanced license or whatever stupid thing they're requiring people do now.
What? Oh, real ID?
Yeah, the real ID shit. But I decided to get an enhanced license, which you can get in any state that borders another country.
Huh.
And New York is, of course, one of them because Canada's right there. So I can cross over to Canada or Mexico without needing a passport.
Fair enough.
For now.
For now.
And we'll see about getting back if you ever do it.
Yeah. But I was like, oh, that could be helpful.
I mean, if you're already there, a little extra paperwork.
Yeah, I got to the DMV and I filled out some paperwork and they called me to a counter and I stood there for about almost 10 minutes until a woman was like, sir, can we help you? And I was like, yeah, I mean, I got the notification on my phone to come to this spot. Well, you got to go over to this other counter on the other side. So I went over there and got my picture taken and then I spent 2 hours waiting.
Jesus Christ.
Like, all right, now that we've taken your picture, we have to, just sort of sort through the other people that came before you. And I was like, I mean, I wanted to get here early so I didn't have to sit this long, but it's fine, I guess. It wasn't like miserable.
That's good.
It was a little boring, but it sucked a lot because there wasn't really signal in there.
Ugh.
But, we make do.
Country girls make do.
I don't fully remember what baby birding nut is.
Wow, I'm really glad you don't.
I opened my my topics doc to see what I wrote down in there, and I just wrote next to it, Skippy versus Walmart peanut butter. That's apparently what that's about.
Fucking...
Okay,
I
so...
feel like I can kind of connect the dots, which does make it less upsetting, but I still don't like it.
Jar of Walmart peanut butter, like a giant 40-ounce jar of Walmart peanut butter, is about $4.
Uh-huh.
A jar of Skippy peanut butter, same size, $12.
Ugh.
Okay.
That was the context that led to whatever chain caused that. Because I remember I was shopping, and you were like, don't get the Walmart peanut butter. I don't like how the texture is incorrect. And I'm like...
That's right! I was like, it's like someone chewed up some fucking peanuts and baby birded it in your mouth.
Wow. I was right not to like where this was going.
And it's like, it's the same level of blend. Okay. All right, I'll get the 4 times as expensive peanut butter for baby.
Nah, but Skippy's delicious.
It's only 3 times.
Skippy got more sugar in it, so it's good.
I'm happy for you.
Tasty. I went to round 1 today with my dear friends Lot and Cynthia.
Like the Pokemon trainer?
No.
Oh.
She could be. I don't know.
She wishes.
I got a bean from one of the claw machines.
Oh, hell yeah.
I got it first try, and Lot failed at getting one about 12 times.
Damn.
So I made sure to stand next to them with the bean in my hand going, wow, you're really bad at this, huh?
Hell yeah.
Cynthia won a little bean of her own, and I just kept looking at Lot going, it'd be so funny if you were just the only person who didn't win anything.
And then they didn't.
They eventually got a Miku.
Oh, okay.
I was just like, damn, I need you to just not get anything because it would have been so funny. We played Mario Kart.
Ooh.
We had a great time. I won the
That's
race.
That's good.
There was a small chain of cursed things, which it went, hey, here's Pickle Rick in vending machine and also Rabbids game.
Huh.
Don't know why they had a Rabbids game, but they also had Optimus Prime. So I mean, the Rabbids game was like a projected game. Like, they had a projector on the machine that put the game up, so you could do like, it was like a shooter thing, like a rail shooter.
Okay.
But you know, you're shooting plungers at rabbits, and they go. Bwah!
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Well,
This
what other
Optimus
noise are they
Prime.
supposed to make?
I can't really explain it. It's because of the eyes and that little divot in the chin, but he looks like a bird.
He might be Angry Birds Optimus Prime.
I get it. I get what you mean. Then we went to a video game trading post that was in the mall because the round one's attached to a mall.
Okay.
And I was very surprised to see that there were so many weird cards, Nick.
What?
Betty, do you want an American Tail Fievel Goes West trading cards?
Sure.
Whoa, why is there Napoleon Dynamite cards still in Year of Our Lord 2025?
You want some Alf cards?
What are these homies cards?
I don't know, but they scare me.
Damn, I can't believe you bought 4 packs of Pokemon instead of one of each of these.
I mean, I bought those Pokemon cards a while ago.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I actually remember homies.
That sucks.
That's upsetting.
God, that has unlocked a core, not core. What's the opposite of core? That has unlocked a fringe memory that should have stayed forgotten, of just walking into a fucking, like, comic shop, seeing a bunch of cards that no one's ever bought, and there being a full box of those, and me going, yeah, no one in this area is ever gonna buy anything like that.
Yeah.
Should have offered him $5 for the box.
I did buy 2 games. I got Quest 64 and Buck Bumble.
Sure, man. What the fuck ever.
Sing the song. Sing.
Bumble. Bumble bump to the boom to the boom to the bass, bump to the boom to the bass, bump to the boom to the boom to the bass. It's Buck Bumble.
I swear to God, I just had a stroke.
You probably did.
I
I
didn't
did
say
too.
stop.
All right, I gotta talk about Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay, well, the ban list dropped like 20 minutes ago.
Oh, I'll get to that.
Okay.
I'll get to that. Back in fucking March.
Jesus Christ.
March 16th, that I went, I'm going to get a box of the new set Maze of the Masters and 3 Blue Eye structures. I did pull 1 copy of 7th Tachyon and a QCR Maiden of White,
Okay.
which is like $100-something card. 7th Tachyon is like 80-something. And I did trade them for other things that I needed immediately.
This is for a different reason than the homie cards, but that is equally upsetting to me.
Good.
I just want to play card games at an affordable price.
Me too,
No.
bud. Me too. But I back-to-back weeks went with Malice, since I've never actually played the deck, like in paper.
Okay.
And I topped both weeks.
Nice.
Ooh.
I got 5th out of 14, 15 people the first week, and then 4th the second week.
Hell yeah.
So I ended the first week with 2 wins, 1 loss, 1 tie, and the second one with just straight up 3 wins, 1 loss.
Do you get anything? Do you get packs for third?
I got store credit
Oh, well, I mean, that's something.
for 4th. Which, I mean, it's not nothing, but they were like, you
Right?
could also just, like, take some tournament packs if you want. And I went, that is a compelling offer. I'm a gambling man.
Yeah.
So instead of taking $10 in store credit, I took some tournament packs. And I got some things that I needed, so it was okay.
How many is
Nice.
some?
Like 4 different cards.
Oh, no, like how many packs?
Packs? I think it was like 4 or 5 packs.
Honestly, that feels worth it.
Yeah, there were tournament store packs. It was like, you only get them by participating, so it was good. I finally got to take out the fucking deck box that I got for this deck.
Oh my god, I love Pride Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah. Yeah, bud. Me too. Yeah, so the Yu-Gi-Oh! Ban list dropped.
It did.
I think this is how I type that, thefixx.com or whatever. I don't think that worked.
I don't think it worked either.
I don't know.
Well, I clicked it, and no, it brought me to a spam virus website.
That's very upsetting.
Yay!
All right, we'll just do that. They literally just a couple like an hour or so ago announced the new ban list.
Yeah.
It's
Like, I saw it right before I hopped into call.
It's so much more than I thought it would be by a lot.
Look, the only context I had for this, because I haven't been paying any attention to Paper Yu-Gi-Oh! For like a year, is a meme I saw where it was like memes for if they hit mermails, and then the other folder was Elestral's guidebook.
Well, they didn't touch mermails.
Yeah, so that dude's gonna go far in the Elestral's TCG, that's all I'm saying.
So they finally unlimited Cyberjar, Danger Jackalope, Danger Tsuchinoko, Eva, and Monkey Board, which no one gives a shit about. They're all fine.
Monkey?
Yeah, he's funny.
Monkey. He is funny.
The semi-limit list is the biggest it has ever been.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, actually.
They fucking semi'd 2 dragon cards that were like, all right, yeah, these things are kind of an issue, or were an issue at one point, but now who cares? An Unchained card that people were like, this should be back at 3. Morphing Jar, because I don't know, why not? He's there. And then 3 Ryziel cards and 3 Malice cards.
Morphing Jar is also there.
Morphing Jar is also there. And then on top of it all went, by the way, we're semi-limiting Snake Eyes, Ash, and Poplar.
Yes.
By the way, Snake Eyes is kind of back. And I couldn't be happier. Like, I will take this trade 1,000,000 times out of 10. Are you joking? That's so good. Oh, I'm not happy about the Malice hits where I paid too much for those cards, but you know what? I mean, fuck it, we ball.
I
They
suppose.
Nick, they hit Shifter.
That's good.
They put it at 1.
It's too many Shifter.
They limited Jurisworm, which was a thing I was hoping they would do. They did what everyone expected and put Masterpiece and Triple Tactics Talent at 1. And Bonfire.
Did see that.
Oh, they limited...
But how am I supposed to respawn without Bonfire?
Oh, that's too damn bad. They limited the Ryziel Exceed Detonator. They brought back fucking Circular for some reason. And then they went, you know what? Fuck you. We're also limiting Crossout Designator, and we're bringing back a Brilliant Fusion.
Honestly, fuck it.
Fuck it, we ball!
What are you gonna do at this point? Just play cards.
Fuck it, we ball! I could not believe they brought Brilliant Fusion back, considering I think you can still do FDKs with it. But, like, sure. Alright.
Look, we'll get one tournament. Someone might do it one time.
And that'll be it, yeah.
Pretty much.
And then the bans, they did what I wanted and banned Nightmare Griffin and Abyss Dweller. They banned Bahamut Shark for the crimes of Totally Awesome. And then they also banned Link Decoder. And I was like, all right, you guys hit Malice a little too much. What are we doing here? The deck hasn't even won a YCS.
And now it won't.
Yeah, but you see, you weren't buying other cards because wife, so buy other cards.
You guys didn't hit Fiendsmith.
Right,
At
that's
all.
the crazy thing.
Didn't do nothing to Fiendsmith. And then we're just gonna shoot Malice in the knees. They haven't won fucking anything, so who cares?
We just think it's funny.
You fucking bastards. It's funny. I'm fine with it. This is a good list still. I'm excited. We're in a really good format right now.
I don't know if I believe you, but I'm happy for you, I guess.
Medi, do we want to do it now?
Oh, sure, yes.
Jump him.
Oh!
Nicholas.
Uh-huh.
We heard that you may or may not have some Cookie Run Kingdom news. Cookie Run Kingdom. Cookie Run news.
I hate all of you.
What's wrong, buddy?
I really do not have Cookie Run Kingdom news. Chris is just an asshole.
What? No.
Are you sure?
I mean, let me scroll back in the server's chat history so I can talk about it, I guess, since it was brought up.
Hooray!
Okay. It was the birthday of a voice actress I really like recently. Junko Takeuchi, who is Naruto, who is Takuya, who is Endo from Inazuma 11, who's gone.
Yeah, who cares about those characters? What's the breakout role?
Mr. Beast.
Damn, you're right.
I did see this person's birthday thing also.
Yeah. So I don't remember if I sent it or if I had it sent to me or whatever, but I was just like, oh yeah, cool, love her. Didn't really look at all the roles because I don't really give a shit. I know that it's Endo and I know that it's Naruto, and that was good enough for me. And then someone pointed out that on this list is Ginger Brave from Cookie Run Kingdom.
Hell yeah.
Yes!
And they were like, oh, I'm glad you have a favorite cookie now. And I was like, look, man, looking at this, I didn't even register it in my brain because I'm so used to just tuning them out. I noticed Mr. Beast and not the cookie. Oh yeah, they're also Mokuba.
Yeah.
Let me, so we can have the picture in the chat. Yeah, that's the whole Cookie Run Kingdom news, is Chris brought up Cookie Run Kingdom twice, and I went, I don't care, I'm not acknowledging that.
Hooray!
Medi, would you
I'm
like
so
to talk
glad
about...
you have a favorite cookie now.
I really don't.
Medi, would you like to
I
talk
really,
about...
truly do not.
So glad you're finally on board. You're a fellow cookie head or whatever.
Medi, would you like to talk about the rest of the Cookie Run Kingdom news?
Does there have to be more?
Yes.
Oh yeah, of course.
Since I was part of it this time, I actually hate it more than usual.
Hooray!
You should
This
embrace it,
sucks.
man.
I really don't fucking want to. I think this is stupid.
Why are you always so mean about the cookies, you know? Like, we appreciate the things that you like. Why can't you just be happy for us?
Every time I bring up Inazuma 11, I am made fun of.
Yeah, it's not cookies, idiot.
Speak so we may progress away from this topic.
Medi?
Excellent contributions. I think we should move
hooray.
on. What?
Medi, I set it up for you to talk about Cookie Run Kingdom news, and you didn't talk about it.
Yeah, my brain doesn't work. You know this. This bitch acting like I can speak like a human being or something. Disgusting. Now I got stage fright.
We're on a podcast!
Skilly.
Oh my god.
Skilly, I don't want to know more.
I'm gonna lose my fucking mind, man.
You had a mind to lose?
We're doing the Jordan thing again.
Yep,
I don't
pretty
even
much.
know what that means.
Someone talk about their week.
I'm waiting for
fine,
May to talk
Jesus
about
Christ.
fucking Cookie Run Kingdom.
Jesus.
I'm being polite.
Keep the
I don't
podcast
even care.
going.
Right, fuck, jeez, okay.
It's not like we haven't been doing it for 3 fucking years.
God. Scary. Oh.
I truly thought you were just gonna say
Attack.
nothing.
I was considering staying quiet, honestly. It
Oh my god.
would have been very funny to me.
This would have been the end of the podcast if you did.
What a good 51-minute episode.
Hell yeah. Oh my god, we're at 51 minutes. So So for my week, I did nothing. No, I've been having some times, you know. A lot of work, a lot of I'm gonna kill my coworkers.
Mm-hmm.
They keep trying to make me do boss stuff and then not paying me to do boss stuff.
Sounds right.
I've taken to posting terrible memes in the work group chat that have nothing to do with anything.
Okay.
Oh, one of my coworkers just finished Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Oh, they're on the, like, Nick timeline for playing Pokemon games. I get it.
Oh.
Yes. They just finished Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Technically, I didn't do the DLC, so I never did.
And that was it. They'd finished the main game and then didn't do the DLC until recently.
Mm.
And they're like, oh yeah, the funny Peachrunt Pokemon, and you know I didn't realize that the dance that they were all doing was because of the Peachrunt Pokemon. And I'm like, oh don't talk about that. What? It's like a funny TikTok trend, right? It's kids do the dance, right?
I don't even know what dance you're talking about.
It's a fetish thing.
Oh.
It's a fetish thing. I forget how to pronounce it with the H. The Hagukur. The weird fetish leotard thrusting thing. But Pokemon.
I'm gonna just sit here in my bliss that I have no idea what
Yes,
you're talking
don't
about.
Google it. Do not Google it. And I'm
Tiger?
trying to...
Is that what it is?
Yes. I'm trying to, like, figure out how to explain to this person. Yeah, just don't. You don't want to know.
It is. It's Haigure.
Yeah, you do not want to know. Do not look any further into this.
Nick, I'm going to send you a link to hypnohub.net at the tag Haigure.
No.
Why would you send me one of your personal bookmarks?
And then?
Continue.
Well, then, they did the big fucky wucky of Googling it while on the clock.
That's really good.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, and they, it was the big old yelling of, why didn't you warn me? And of fucking course I did, you fucking moron. So, just, hey, maybe don't Google weird, obscure Japanese fetish things while at work.
Where else are you supposed to do it, man?
Damn you right. Where else? That's really it for my week. And you know, I got every single costume in Cookie Run that's available right now. It's very nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Until the next update, there's you know, some cookies coming out that no one cares about in this next month.
Oh yeah.
Fire idiot.
Well, before we get to next week, let's get into that ad break.
We have an ad break?
We always do.
Oh, scary.
Okay.
Well, hello everyone. This is the ad break section of the podcast where we do the bit where we talk about the things for the ad break part of the podcast. What we're doing now.
Very well. Keep it going. Nice flow. Let's go.
Follow us on Blue Sky, dipships.boats. We're also on Twitter, but we don't fucking use that anymore. And you can follow us individually at calamitycarl.com, at papums.bsky.social, at medi.bsky.social, and at zeranos.bsky.social. XERIONS. NOS. Nintendo of America.
It's not what those letters mean.
If you have any questions...
Can't believe you're charging $90 for...
We can talk about the Switch too, Nick. After the ad break.
Okay. Must we?
And you're gonna like it.
I don't even give a shit about the Switch 2.
I mean, that's fair, actually. If you have any questions you want to ask us, any topics you want us to talk about, you can send them to questions at dipships.boats. Or you could send them to us on Blue Sky. You know, whatever floats your boat. If you would like to support us directly financially, I don't know why you would after that horrible sound. You can do so by going to patreon.com/dipshipspod. You can support us at any tier. For $1 a month, you get to listen to each podcast episode a day early. For $5, you get to watch each episode a day early. You get to watch other things that we put out when we put them out a day early. And $10 a month, we get to read out your name out loud here and this part. Same with 20 and above, but those are for things with PM versus anime, and PM is still dead. So
one day we'll have our son back.
One day it'll be back.
One out on the steps of Toronto.
But for now, we would like to thank our $10 and above patrons, starting, of course, with Aalto Diogenes, Dr. Perpaka the Purple Paka, Frost Samurai, Gomer, Chris Derp, Lady IDK, Lordy Fars, Mr. Collector, Mr. I Like Spam. So, this is why they call it a skeleton dome.
I was looking out the window and you made me snap my head back to the screen because of how powerfully you said that.
That was good. That was a good read.
The Spice Bounce, The Astro Wolf, Vampire Sniper Pays the Editor, Vine Ultimax, Yellow Yondello, and Zombie Slayer 051. Thank you for all the support.
Someone's got to pay the editor.
We need help paying the editors, please. We're dangerously close to not being able to pay our editors. Please help us pay our editors. Thank you all for that. And if you would like to get some, physical merchandise for supporting us, you can go to streamlabs.com/thecalamitycrawl/merch and pick yourself up some shirts, some bucket hats, get yourself a the duck mug, and other things. Yeah, beanies.
Yes.
The beanies are comfortable. We might switch off of Streamlabs soon because they started changing things again for the worse. So I'm looking into other places to put merch.
That's fair.
You couldn't see the thumbs up I just did to my webcam, but I did do one for you all.
I felt it in my soul.
The spiritual thumbs up.
And if you can't financially support us, just remember you can rate the podcast 5 stars. You can like the video, leave a comment, any of that stuff. Share it around with anyone who you think would enjoy it, because podcasts sink or swim based on word of mouth. Speaking of people, What?
Sorry. I was about to go if you because
I was also sitting on it if you know anyone, and then I went,
almost you tricky little bitch.
That's the end.
It really threw me off.
All right, podcast over. Everyone go home.
Speaking of people we'd like to thank Vidazen at vidazen.bsky.social, VIDAZEN, for our intro song Starbird and additional music, Appetite Delight, Ride of the Wave, Seaside, Time to Duel, and Fire Within. Wonderful music, great person. Please check them out. We'd also like to thank Shibuya at Shibuya Gato and Shora at, I believe Shora actually changed their @ on Blue Sky.
Oh, crazy.
Don't they know we have an ad break to keep consistent?
No, it is just shora.bsky.social. I thought they changed it to like shora.art, but that was probably a lot of money.
I think that was their Twitter one.
Maybe. Anyway, thank them both for the art assets. Shibuya did the logo and Shora did the thumbnail and such.
Yeah. Thank you.
And of course, we have to thank our editors, Mimi at mimicrii.com, MIMICKRII, and G, amazing GGG guy. Mimi's been doing the podcast. G's been doing other stuff for us. They've both been doing fantastic work. Don't forget, we're also available on Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music, Amazon Music, and of course the video version on YouTube. We don't know where you're listening, but we know where you're watching.
Again,
still upsetting.
A little less threatening. Try that line read again, maybe.
And we'll
Actually,
get
this was
you.
less threatening than usual.
There we go.
And we'll make sure that we get you right in the little ear hole.
There we go. That makes me feel much more safe. Thank you.
Shampoo smells good today.
Thanks. I'm trying out this new. It's supposed to smell like bourbon and it's strawberries.
I think that's all we got. I believe we still have an ad read for Patchy's thing coming up, as well as the super outdated Mill Mike ad. The ad that says we're still in the middle of 5Ds. Not 5Ds, fucking GX.
Yeah.
When we were at season 2 of 5Ds. Hopefully Mill Mike comes back, because boy, that's the one that does good.
Damn.
Anyway, we'll see you all past the ad break. We're gonna go to the thing. Yeah, man.
Woo!
Sure.
Damn, that didn't even come through on Discord.
This is my boat, and you cannot be here.
Okay. I think he's gone. Listen, I don't have much time. I need to tell you that if you like Yu-Gi-Oh, then you can go right now and listen to the Millennium Microphone podcast. Every 2 weeks, we put out episodes going back through the anime, and we've already covered all of Original Duel Monsters and Season 0. Right now, we're in the middle of GX, we record live, and we let our audience vote on every single episode's thumbnail. So, if you're interested, keep an eye out for that.
Hey, is that Shibuya Gato from the Millennium Microphone?
Dude, shut up! Shut up right now, he's gonna hear you!
Did you know that Millennium Mic is available on YouTube? Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Amazon Music.
Dude, are you trying to tell them I'm here or steal my ad read?
And features hosts like Shibuya Gato Shora, Calamity Carl, BioRoxas, and KZ Excellent.
What the fuck are you doing on my boat?
Fuck. Shit. No, I gotta go. Go listen to Millennium Microphone.
And now we're back. All right, Nick, tell me about your this.
My this, first, foremost, I can drive cars now. I got my license.
I'm so proud of you.
Congratulations.
You know what? Honestly, me fucking too. It's... Okay, the first time that I drove out around by myself, weird as absolute shit, hated it. But second time on, I'm like, oh, this rules. This is so much better.
Right.
It's great, super convenient right now as I'm quitting my job, which I'll get to in a little bit, because now I can, like, look for jobs that are further away because I can drive to them. I'm going to go through a list of movies really quick that I've been watching.
Okay.
Because it's been a bit. I watched a movie called Watcher. It came out in 2022. It's fine. It's okay. The whole plot is, this woman doesn't know how to close the curtains on her giant glass windows, so people keep staring at her. Well, one person. And she's like, oh, that's weird. I'm gonna go confront him. And he's like, what are you doing? I'm trying to mourn my dead wife or whatever. And, like, the whole movie is her being gaslit into thinking it's not happening. She, like, leaves her husband, like, her marriage gets fucked up. And then she befriends a stripper. And,
Good for her.
right? And then she, like, tells the stripper about the dude watching her, and she's like, I could take care of it. And then the stripper gets her head cut off.
Good for her.
Because turns out, oh, the gaslighting was a lie. He was watching. He wants her to die. And she, like, I mean, spoilers for the end of Watcher if you give a shit, but...
Spoilers for Watcher 2022. I guess. Skip ahead a minute and 10 seconds to avoid spoilers.
So she gets, like, kidnapped by the dude and brought into, like, the bedroom, and he's got a knife to her throat because the husband came back to check on her. He felt bad, heard that people had been ending up dead. He was like, maybe I was wrong. And the dude's like, if you scream, you can get his attention, but I will kill you. And so she screams, and he slits her throat. And it's like, okay, well, she's dead, I guess. And there's, like, a 5-minute scene of her crawling with her throat slit, trying to make it to this table where there's a gun stored. And she, like, bleeds out on the way, and he, like, lays on the carpet next to her to, like, make sure she's dead, like, stares into her eyes and everything, and then he just gets up and leaves. And he walks out as the husband is walking out, because he did hear the yell, and he's like, I should go check on that, finally. And they, like, lock eyes in the hallway, and then the guy who killed her gets shot in the back 3 times, because just kidding, she was alive somehow through that, and got the gun and killed him.
Star Platinum held her heart. So
Pretty much,
stopped beating.
It's very confusing ending. I don't know how she survived, but whatever. I watched the animated Lord of the Rings movie, War of the Rohirrim.
Is that the one
Say
with the
which
really
one, but I guess
awful-
that's the new one.
It is the new one.
I was hoping it was the really, like, the old one, the Smiling Friends episode.
No,
was based
it
on.
came out, like, recently.
You
Damn.
wanted the fucking,
The creepy
what was it?
rotoscoped freaks.
yeah,
No, this is
from,
more, like, traditional
like,
anime.
the Soviet era.
It was, fine. It's not really anything. It's, like, a big backstory about Helm's Deep. It's got some cool shots in it. Like, the animation's very nice. I just don't really care about it. But it was good, just, like, background watch. I watched Transformers 1, finally. And it's made me realize that if this is the best Transformers movie, which I feel like it probably is from what I've seen of the Transformers movies, boy, I just don't care. Not to badmouth the movie, because I think it was a really great movie, but my whole takeaway from the movie was, man, I like Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime is cool. These other dudes I don't really give a shit about, but Optimus Prime is cool.
I mean, yeah, that's Transformers for you.
Right, I was like, they got some really good animation. It is a gorgeous movie. There's that shot. I don't even remember what the fucking enemies are called, dude. It did not matter to me.
I think it's the Quintessence?
Yes, the Quintosaurs or something. But they like land and they're scooping up all the cubes in their weird tentacle hands. But that thing looks rad as shit. I took a screenshot of it in high def because I think it's really cool looking. That was like the best shot in the movie. And it means that now I can understand some memes better, and that was the best takeaway from that.
Nice. Gotta love a meme.
But yeah, like, great, like, voice work, great animation, good music, great direction, everything about it's awesome. I'm just not a huge Transformers person. After that, I decided to punish myself for watching a good movie, and I watched the live-action Power Rangers movie.
Let's go.
That came out in, like, 2017 or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, right? With the coins and the mech suits.
Yeah. I don't know, I found it...
Again, another, like, fine
I was about to say
movie.
inoffensive.
It wasn't, like... I didn't really like the suits, but, like, I could be like, yeah, whatever. They're trying to do a thing. It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, you could see what they were going for.
I think the actors did a pretty good job with what they were given, but, like, I think outside of... Oh my god. I forgot all their names already. I remember Billy. He was, like, the main one in this one somehow, which is insane to me, but very cool. He was really good. Red Ranger was pretty good, which was funny because he's the dude from Stranger Things. He's Billy from Stranger Things. The others were kind of, like, background characters, almost. Like, yeah, Kimberly's there, love interest, whatever, but it's not really expanded on. And I don't really need it to be. Rita was really good. I forget that actress's name, but she was the, like, best part of that movie. She was a little freak.
Yeah.
She understood the assignment so completely. I watched a movie called Barbarian. Came out in 2022. I thought I knew the plot of this movie, which is that a woman, like, rents a house on Airbnb. She shows up at the house, and someone's already there. So she's like, oh, fuck, like, we both booked it through a different, like, Airbnb service, like Airbnb versus, I don't even know what the other alternative is, but they used a different service, they both got the same house, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so the plot is gonna be, she's like, okay, I can stay one night, or I can come in and make a phone call or whatever, and the dude's gonna be like a psycho killer and lock her in the house, and she's gotta break out. And they play that pretty straight for a while. They make this dude really menacing, and it doesn't help that the dude is Bill Skarsgård. Really good actor, and I'm like, okay, so that's why they have him being the dude, because he can play this really cool guy and then, like, flip on a dime into fucking It the Clown. So there's a scene where, like, he leaves for some reason. He's like, I'll be back. I have to go to my job or whatever the fuck he's doing. And she goes to explore the house and finds this, like, secret room in the basement. And she's like, I knew it. He's going to kidnap me and put me in the secret room. So she waits for him to come home and, like, confront him about it. And he's like, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Let me check out this secret room. And goes down there and doesn't come back. So she's like, well, now I gotta find him, because I feel like he's fucking with me. And, like, past the secret room, there's this series of tunnels. And he's, like, in the tunnels crawling around on his hands and knees. And she's like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, you gotta be quiet. There's someone down here. Something licked me.
Oh.
And she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? They're both freaking out. And I was like, okay, this is when he, like, switches to the other character. He's gonna get really serious and, like, kidnap her right now. And then this, like, homunculus creature sprints out of the darkness in the background, smashes his head against the wall and screams, and the camera cuts out. And I was like, oh, I didn't know this was a monster movie.
Surprise, I guess.
Well.
Really good movie, actually. Probably, like, one of the better horror movies I've seen recently. Very cool, very fun, great ending. And then I decided I wanted to watch some movies I really like, because some of my friends had never seen them before. So I sat down and we did a double feature of Puss in Boots: Last Wish, which still good, still fantastic, love it to death. And also Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Nice.
Which is one of my favorite movies. I watched fucking Suzume, Netflix movie by the people who did Your Name.
My name?
Your Name.
Wow, that's crazy.
What's your name?
The plot is Christ. This girl gets, like, a talisman key thing, and it can close magic doors that go to, like, the underworld or whatever.
That's a really bad name. Too long.
Well, the nickname is just fuck you.
Oh, okay.
That's a better name.
Mm-hmm. And she, like, at the start is teamed up with this dude, and then he gets turned into a chair by a cat spirit. Let me see if I can find this cat. Yes, okay. The cat's name is Daijin. My friend got me to watch this movie by showing me this little scrungly motherfucker, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'll watch.
That's cute.
And he is worth watching it for. He's great. I watched the new Fate movie, Fate Strange Fake Whispers of Dawn.
I'm sorry for you.
Does King Arthur suck your dick in it?
Alright. Not in the movie.
Oh.
So the movie is like an hour-long prelude to a series that's either starting or coming out soon. And apparently this is one of the, like, better storylines in Fate, so people are excited about it. But really, I just wanted to go in there and look at the pretty animation. The animation's really nice. The music is one of my favorite composers. Sawano did the music for Gundam Unicorn and a bunch of other good shit. And it continues to be good in Fate Strange Fake. Shows, we already talked about Invincible Season 3, is good. I watched Batman Caped Crusader. I don't remember what year it came out, but it's the one where they made Penguin a woman. And it's either 8 or 12 episodes, so it was like a really nice fast wash. This is the most Batman I've ever watched, which is fine. Like, I don't know, I caught random episodes of the original, like, Batman the Animated Series, right? When it was on TV when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. Never sat down and watched all of it. Same with Batman Beyond. Caught episodes on TV, never watched all of it. I watched, like, one of the big trilogy movies for the Dark Knight trilogy. I didn't watch the new Batman movie. I'm not a big Batman guy, so this was the most Batman I've ever watched. And it was fine. I think it is neat.
Just fine?
Without knowing all these characters, I think it's neat what they're doing with them.
Oh, just fine?
Just fine. Like, there's, the best episode, I think, is about Harley Quinn. Because they, like, have her set up in episode 1. She has her own, like, thing going on. They basically made her a villain independent of the Joker.
Yeah, they've been doing that as of late, which is really nice.
Yeah. I think it was cool. It's a really good storyline that they have, and then she just kind of, like, leaves the show. I'm assuming it's going to get a season 2 at some point, because this is a newer Batman, and they, like everything now, teased a second season at the end with the introduction of the Joker.
Nick, you should go and watch the original animated series.
How long is it?
30 minutes an episode.
Not what I meant.
I want to say 4 seasons.
But, like, how many episodes?
That's such an awesome question.
Yeah, and seasons used to be longer back then.
Yeah, right.
Animated series episodes. Season 1 has 60 episodes.
Jesus Christ. I can't promise I will do that, but I might watch some. I watched the miniseries Fall of the House of Usher, which is based on a bunch of Edgar Allan Poe short stories and is about
famous rapper Usher?
No.
Oh.
I was about to say, wow, that's crazy.
It's about, like, a dude who leads a pharmaceutical company, and he, for spoilery reasons, is going through a bunch of cursed bullshit. I've been meaning to watch it forever, because it's, like, pseudo-horror, supernatural stuff, and it does pay off, but I feel like it takes a little while to get there. But I will say, hey, there's a scene of a woman being mauled to death by a chimp, so, like, 8 out of 10.
Oh.
Let's see. What else? I started watching The Residents, also on Netflix. I haven't finished this one because I got interrupted by other shit. But it's like a crime thing. Someone gets murdered in the White House and they have to figure out who and why and whatever. It's very dry, fast-paced humor. I like it a lot. The actors are all pretty good, even though I don't know most of them. I thought I knew one of them. I think one of them is the evil boyfriend from Cat in the Hat.
Oh.
But I'm not 100% if that's true or if he just has the same face.
All right, Nick, good news. It seems that there's actually 85 episodes of Batman, the animated series, in total.
Okay, that's much less bad.
That sounds about right.
I'm still watching Wheel of Time. in between season 1 and 2, they changed the actors for one of the main characters, and they thought I wouldn't notice.
You should kill them.
I might. Apparently, it's still pretty good. I'm gonna keep watching, but again, just distracted by shit. Games. I beat The Root Trees Are Dead, which is a puzzle game, I guess.
All right, Nick, let me ask you.
Uh-huh.
Would you rather have unlimited bacon and no games, or games, unlimited games, but no games?
What?
It's a simple question.
It's
Why
a
would I
simple
want
question.
unlimited games but no games?
It's a simple question, Nick. Which would you want?
I want to play games.
Crazy.
Crazy. You always pick the bacon.
Why?
You just do. You just don't get it. You just don't get it. It's fine.
Yeah. It's clear you don't understand, but that's
So
okay.
you don't understand. It's all right.
You're right. I don't get it.
That's crazy to me. All right, continue your. What are you talking about? Games? Whatever.
Games.
Nerd.
The premise of the game is I'm sure there's an official name for this kind of person, but you're someone who specializes in family trees.
Genealogist.
Yes, genealogist.
I love those
and
people who study magic lamps.
No, those are genists.
Oh.
No, that's the religion.
You're right. This world's version of like the Walmart family dies in like a tragic,
Please.
horrible plane crash.
Please.
And they have a thing where it's like, hey, anyone who's a blood relative of the dude who set up the organization in the 30s or whatever the fuck, gets like a cut of this money. They're part of the bloodline. They get whatever. And they're like, okay, you have to figure out who all the blood relatives are. And like, whatever. It's a very fun little, like, you get an old-timey computer and a notepad, and it's like, okay, use shitty Google and take notes and figure out this whole family tree. And I don't know, I think it took me like 4 hours to like work through everything, and then I was like, oh, they have a new mode that unlocks after you beat it. And so I looked at it, and it's like, okay, now we're telling you a secret. So many of these people were involved in infidelity, and there's way more blood relatives than you thought. It's like, fuck! So I haven't done any of that, because that's like another 12 hours of Googling that I don't want to do right now. But it's a very fun little game. I think it's neat. I played Repo with Carl and other people, including Eddie.
Hooray.
That's
It's
such a
fun to turn
game.
myself into a baseball and hurl myself at friends.
It's such a good fucking game.
I think that they should be nicer to me, because the monsters keep killing me.
Those monsters are bastards. I'll be fair.
I do think it's funny how much more you like this than son of a bitch.
Lethal.
How much
Lethal
more you
Company?
like this than Lethal Company? Yeah.
I mean, I also like Lethal Company.
I like both. They're both fun in different ways, despite being fairly similar, not too similar.
Let's see. Still D&D, obviously. D&D good. Card games are, like, all over the place. Because I like
Well, Nick,
doing Magic. Yeah.
do I have a card game for you?
Please, speak your truth.
Well, you know, I'm just going to tell you to play Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, I know.
There are so many good, cheap decks now.
I was really hoping we were suddenly sponsored by Lorcana or something.
You know, you're saying there are so many good cheap decks in the same episode you talked about, like, oh yeah, there are still $180 cards.
Yeah, but that's because they're super high rarity ones.
I did see Fiendsmith Tract is like $20.
Nick, you can just buy 3 of the Blue Eye structures and have a competitive deck ready. And it'll
do
cost
not
you
want to do that.
$30.
I thought the structures were more than that.
These structures aren't that expensive. Shit, you don't even have to buy the structures. You can just buy the individual cards. They're fucking pennies.
Fair, because they're in the structures.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still dabble in the Yu-Gi-Oh! There's a Digi TCG sim that's supposed to be coming. I'm very excited about
Oh,
that.
I can't wait.
Right. I really want
That's
the
been
Elestrals
fucking
game to launch on Steam.
I thought Digimon TCG Sim is gonna go so fucking hard.
Right. I want there to be a sim for the Gundam card game, but I don't think there will be one.
I'm still waiting for the Celestial Sim to finally like fully drop.
Right, I need that to come out. I want to play that. There's a bunch of games coming out still. There's the Inazuma game I'm excited for. The next 2XKO playtest is coming, but it's only like 3 days, which is sad. There's the Bleach game came out and is very disappointing. I bought it to play with my friend, and I was like, even if we don't play, I can play the story mode. And I played it for like 45 minutes, and I was like, I'm going to refund this. So I'm hoping the Hunter x Hunter game is better when that comes out. Monster Hunter, still really good. The title update just dropped, so there's the Bubble Dragon now. They're so nice and fun, and they definitely won't kill me when I find the tempered version in the wild.
Yep.
Let's see. Work stuff. One of my coworkers' house almost burned down.
Nice.
Because they live in like this complex, and in the middle of the complex there's like a big pit for people to throw compost in. Said pit has apparently like either almost never or rarely been like emptied or burned down or anything. So someone decided they were gonna burn it, and like a pillar of flame erupted from this hole in the ground. And she just got like a phone call that was like, hey, there's a fire at your house. And she was like, oh, my mom's at home. So she left to go home and make sure that, first of all, her mom was alive and the house didn't burn down. And she saw this big fucking pillar. And she's like, great, good. Everything's fine. Everything's great. They managed to get it down. Nothing actually burned it down. And now the pit is empty. So
Hooray.
win-win. There's like a whole bunch of work bitching I had written down, but I really don't need to go over any of that because I'm quitting, so...
I mean, do it anyway.
So the short version is that the machines that are broken are still broken, and we've been getting a lot of work that could be done by those machines, but I don't think he intends to replace the machines while people are still able and or willing to do it by hand, even if it takes like 6 to 10 times as long.
Sounds about right.
Even like, so we had one job on that machine, took me 4 days to do, and that would be okay, but like while I'm doing that and my boss is doing another big job that also takes him about 4 days, the graphics department will be printing regular work, and that just builds up while we're doing the big jobs. So now we're super behind, but we also still have like really long-term jobs to do because now it's more handwork, it's more whatever the fuck with the broken machine. And while all this is going on and we're super backed up, they're like, hey, we're going to take Nick up front to run envelopes. So I go up there to do that so the graphics people can print more work that isn't going to get done until I get back to the back to do it. Which the owner is aware of, because there was one day he was like, first thing in the morning, hey, we're going to take Nick up front to run envelopes. And I was like, there's a lot of shit to do back here. And at that point, like half of a lie, because we had been doing so good trying to catch back up. We were in pretty good shape. And he's like, well, you guys are doing pretty good. And I point at this like giant fucking 4 feet tall stack of paper. Like, how long do you think that's going to take to cut to size and whatever else? And he's like, well, probably a while, but it's not urgent. I'm like, okay, but it's still going to be here after I spend the next 8 hours doing envelopes.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And I was like, okay. So I went up, I ran envelopes. And he has, I'm trying to think of the timeline. It's been like 3 weeks. On like a random Thursday, he was like, I want to ask you to stay late, but I know you're leaving in like 5 minutes. So I already know the answer is no. And I went, yep. And I left.
Nice.
So Friday, he was like, hey, can you stay late today? And I was like, nope, I got plans.
Is this when you put that poll up?
Yes. No, actually. So the secret that the owner is unaware of is like several months ago, I left like an hour early one day, and he gave me a lot of shit about it. Basically there was like no real work to do and we were super duper slow. My boss was coming back in the next day and I was like, okay, I have like 2 really shitty knock 'em out in 5-minute business card jobs here in the back. I'm just gonna go home so that tomorrow when I come in, I can start up with those so I don't like just stand around. And so I'm getting ready to go and he comes into the back as I'm getting ready to go and he's like, oh, but there's stuff to do. And I'm like, all right, show me the work. And he walks me over to the business cards and it's like, look, Again, 5 minutes. One of them ships out, so that can't be done today because the mailman had already come and gone. One of them is a specific kind of business card that means that even if I cut it, it's not going out. So these jobs aren't going anywhere, and I'd rather just have them tomorrow to jumpstart the workday. So I just left.
Nice.
And he texted me, like an hour later. He was like, I don't remember the exact wording, and it doesn't matter, but it was
Not
basically
being a
like,
team player?
no, because I don't think, well, I said that to him later, but it was something like, you have to work your expected hours. Oh, you are expected to work your normal hours, is what he told me. Because on Friday, when he tried to get me to stay late, I said I am expected to work my normal hours, and they're over, I'm going
so
home.
he tried to throw it back at you.
No, I threw it back at him.
Oh.
And then he was like, well, surely if I say please and ask a couple more times, Nick will, like, give in and stay late. And I was like, I have an 11-year-old brother. You cannot pester me into changing my answer. And he looked at me like, surely Nick can't say that. He has to stay late. And then I walked out and went home. So Sunday night, I get a text from him that's like, hey, we're really behind. We need you to stay late every day this week. And I did not respond to that text message.
Good.
I come in Monday. No one says anything to me about staying late. I work my regular shift. I go home. The owner is in the back working with us because we're so behind. So he's doing shit like 2 feet behind me as I just like turn off the machine, walk over, gather my stuff, and walk out. And my boss told me the next day, like, he was so incredulous. He was saying, like, I can't believe this, and I asked him so early. It's like, okay, but I didn't ever respond to that, and you didn't tell me in person. And honestly, even if you did, I would have said no and gone home, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, fuck 'em.
So that was the day that I put up a poll in the big server I'm in that was like, what day of the week is my boss going to fire me? Because I'm not staying late any day this week. And the main options were either Tuesday, which, fair guess,
Yeah.
or that he won't because he is a coward.
He gave a
Understandable.
couple days and then he won't because he's a coward, and everyone chose he
Yep,
won't because
everyone
he's a
voted
coward.
he will not, he's a coward, and turns out they were right, but he was saying shit like, I can count the number of times I've asked him to stay late on one hand, which was very funny, because yes, that is true, but only if your memory lasts like the last 7 days. Which, I mean, looking at him, maybe. So let's see, what else? He was just continuing, like, he kept bitching about it, but only after I left and never to my face.
That's so good. I love when bosses do shit like that. When they just petulant
Right?
children.
It's like, you could, like, here's the thing. Confronting me about it, whatever, it's not going to change my answer or anything. But at least now I don't have to hear about it like high school gossip from my coworkers that you're bitching about me when I go home. What else? I don't remember the context of how this one came up. My boss was just telling me about it one day. He was like, oh yeah, no, like, Matt doesn't care if you like him or not. And I was like, that's great. I don't, but I don't care if he likes me either. So we're good. So I get through that week. I get into like last week or something around there, and it's like, I've been doing envelopes, I've been doing handwork, we're still behind, he's still being a cunt. I have a little calendar, and I was keeping track. I was keeping track of how many days I was like, I'm just going to walk out and not come back. And we were entering the double digits. So I was like, okay, let me send the text message to my mom and be like, hey, how do you not quit a job? Because I'm about to walk out and not come back. And so she was like, okay, so take your vacation time as soon as you can. And then, like, take that time, reflect, think if it's burnout or if you're just done, and then just decide from there. And I was like, okay. So I, that day, go onto the little app we have to keep track of, like, pay stubs and time off and shit to figure out how much time off I have.
Mm-hmm.
Because by Nick math, it should be 3 days. Because we get 5 personal days and, like, accumulated vacation time. And I used a lot of it for Comic-Con last year, but then I hadn't used any since then, so I had a day of that. And then my 2 personal days, because I used 2 for my driver's tests, because I failed once and then passed, and then 1 for a doctor's appointment. So I should still have 2 personal days and a vacation day, so I fill out the little thing, and it's like, okay, I want Monday, Wednesday off, and I'll put it on his desk, because that's just how they deal with, like, time off requests. And I went and did my shit. And if it is approved, he'll usually write it on the calendar and then tell you about it. So I went through a day of like walking back and forth a couple times that day to check the calendar, see if he'd updated it yet. And it hadn't happened that whole day. And I was like, it's fine, because like if he denies the time, I just quit on the spot and leave.
Correct.
So it's really not that big of a problem to me if he doesn't approve it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just went home, come back in the next day, work like usual. So first thing on this past Friday, I walked up and I was like, hey, did you have a chance to like look over my time, like my request, and put it on the calendar or whatever? And he's like, I haven't looked at it yet. I'm like, okay, well, here's what it was. It was my time off request for these 3 days. And he's like, okay, I'll look at it later today. And I was so very tempted to just be like, okay, I'll wait and stand at his desk. But I was like, I got shit to do. I can just go in the back and hit buttons on a machine and read my book for a little bit. So I did that.
Nice.
Gets to lunchtime, get through lunchtime. And I'm like, all right, well, we're coming up on the deadline. So if he doesn't say anything by the time I go home, I'm just not coming back. And so he comes up like 10 minutes before I have to go. And he's like, hey, you can have Monday off because you don't have the other days to take off. And I was like, how? So turns out, I did not know this, he's just been using the personal days on any day that I'm like sick or whatever. He's using them for sick days.
Oh, that's illegal.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have any kind of policy because we still don't have an employee handbook after 2 years.
Oh.
So it's really like whether you want to sue him or not.
Gosh.
Because I can guarantee you, he seems like the kind of person who will not show up to court, and you will get default judgment, which means you just win.
That would be nice. I'll look into it because I don't know. I don't know the like local laws about that shit. But yeah. So because of that, I had basically no personal days, so just the 1 vacation day on Monday, and I was like, okay, I'll take it. Bye. Went home. And I was like, all right. So I'm gonna basically go through the weekend, take my Monday off, and then like Tuesday morning send him a text message that's like, by the way, I resign.
I'm proud of you.
Ugh.
One day I'll be able to do the same.
Right? It's gonna feel so good. Yeah, today we randomly decided like, hey, let's go have a family brunch and then go bowling, and that was nice. And then next weekend I already have plans because one of my coworkers wants to introduce me to like a deck building board game that her and her boyfriend really like, and I'm like, you don't understand how into card games I am. I will be there.
Nice.
You're like, oh, this is a problem because I'm about to lose my disposable income.
See, quick skim through the rest of my shit. I think that is everything. I know the Devil May Cry anime is out, but I can't talk about it because I haven't watched it yet.
Me either.
I'm told it's really good.
I've heard
but
it's good.
I cannot find it to steal on the. I mean,
Yeah, I want to watch that, and I want to watch what the fuck is it called? Dual Rulers, I think. There's the Guilty Gear anime came out today, and I want to watch that too.
I was gonna say, is that the new Yu-Gi-Oh season?
No. Yeah.
Sounds
a bunch
like
of
it.
shit has been watched. A bunch of shit will continue to be watched. I've been watching so much shit that I haven't really beaten a lot of games. So maybe I'll shift focus now that I'm about to be unemployed, but we'll see.
Woohoo! Hey, do you fellows want some questions?
I would love some questions.
We have 3 questions.
Hooray!
That is some.
If you out there would like to send us some questions, send them to dipships.boats on Blue Sky or questions@dipships.boats. Email us. Marsh asks us, you get isekai'd into the plotline of a Yu-Gi-Oh archetype or multiple if they overlap. Who are you picking?
Wait, what?
Shit, you just reminded me I need to watch the Sky Striker special.
Oh!
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you get isekai'd into the plotline of a subset of cards. Okay.
Yes.
I want to be, oh my god, what are they called? How am I blanking on it? World Legacy.
There you go. That's a good one.
I'll tell you right now, which subset of cards I do not want to be in the plot of.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Worms?
Anteater Bug.
Yeah.
Unless.
One of them is a nobleman.
I want to be in the Sinful Spoils line. I want to lick Diabellstar's armpits.
I mean, yeah.
God.
Yeah, I get it.
God damn it.
Yeah, I get it.
You know, there was a really cool skin released in Grand Blue recently.
Mm-hmm.
They're like these really cool like cyber knight looks.
Oh, that sounds cool.
And they're like holding up these big ass swords as part of the promo art, but like the like top half of the armor has exposed armpits, and everyone was being weird about it.
Oh.
And I'm like, man, this was like a cool knight picture, and now I can't not think about the fact that people are freaking out about the armpit. I hate it here.
Man, this was cool. Right up until I saw the author's poorly disguised fetish.
Oh, yeah.
I did see a tweet about that recently that was like, oh man, it was really cool until I complimented the very nice mouth you drew when you called it a maw.
Bruh.
Nocturne November asks, for anyone familiar with Uo's lab, what kind of crazy science experiments would you want to do provided you have the same materials, like flash aging alcohol or making water-cooled toilet PC?
What the fuck?
Oh, is this that dude that turned, like, Elmer's glue into vodka?
No,
What?
you're thinking of... What the hell is his name?
Which, you know, that's...
Like Nobu Blue and Red or something like that?
Do not consume, because obviously bad for you.
No, this is the dude that... I can't think of a good enough example, but I know which guy that is.
Look, I tried to Google this, and I don't think I found the right thing.
I would have a fish trade stocks for me.
This... Is this what they're talking about?
No, hold on. I have a link to their channel right here. This dude.
Okay.
Oh, ooh, woo.
You've probably seen clips of him going through
real quick.
You've probably seen clips of his on like Twitter and Blue Sky and stuff.
Best of 2023 stream recap in under 60 seconds. Go. This is just a bunch of explosions. Oh, wait, that's an egg? Is that a lightsaber? Okay, so this is just mad scientist bullshit. Got it.
Yeah, pretty much.
I have seen literally none of that. Cooking with molten tin.
Yeah, dude's crazy.
So the question is, what kind of experiment would we do?
Yes.
I
just
opening
scrolled down.
100 cigarette booster packs.
Yeah, I just scrolled down and saw I made healthy radioactive cigarettes with a cancer ray.
Awesome.
I see Will It Burn. I made biofuel in my basement and doused a bunch of steel rods in it with a picture of the fucking Twin Towers.
Oh my god. Alright, so first of all, good
Holy
content.
moly.
I am not enough of a scientist for this. I'm trying to think of what experiments I would do.
Cold fusion.
Back when we were in high school, I made one of those flamethrower gloves.
Good.
Oh, that's pretty good.
You know, I saw that someone made like, how do I even explain this? So he's got like this shit on his back that shoots lasers, and they are directed by like an eye tracker, which first of all, horrific if you have ADHD. Hello, I would definitely kill someone.
Pew, 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 pew.
But also because of that, I would like to see if I can turn that into Zero's saber.
I would want to make actual real life repo robots.
Do they have to explode?
They could if I want them to.
Okay.
Do they have to be made of meat like the repo robots in Repo?
Maybe.
What?
Yeah, that's why when you explode in Repo, there's a blood stain left behind. Because you got meat in you.
Well, how else are you supposed to be weighed down, I guess? That makes sense.
They're like cyborgs.
That's why they have text-to-speech.
Correct?
That's why they can dream and feel pain.
Wobkey asks favorite type of cheese.
Sharp cheddar.
Covered himself in cheddar. Pepper Jack's pretty good.
Either sharp cheddar
Never been
or
a big fan of
provolone.
Munster.
Me neither.
You know what? You just kind of like a regular ass Land O'Lakes American cheese.
You fucking weird.
I do, of course. I mean, listen, all cheese is good cheese.
That is
Some nice
a lot of cheese is
mozzarella.
good cheese.
Some shredded parm.
I was actually just thinking about shredded parm.
Oh yeah, cheese is just good, man.
Cheese good. Bottom of the barrel, cheese good.
Warlock Punch asks, if you could have a sandwich special made for you from your favorite deli or wherever you prefer to order sandwiches, what would be on it and what would you name it? Bonus dip chips idea. Combine all of your answers into one sandwich and review it. Ooh.
Oh, that would go bad. That would go bad so fast.
I'm a simple guy. I just a regular ass Godfather. Just fucking garlic bread, roast beef, some mozzarella cheese on it.
That does sound good.
Alright, I know I've talked about fat sandwiches before.
Uh-huh.
But like, you know, you get one of those food truck greasy with the mozzarella sticks and the chicken fingers and the French fries and onion rings in the sandwich.
This is an experience I have never had.
You're missing out.
You're missing out really badly.
I really feel sad about it because that sounds good.
It's super great drunk food. It's amazing.
So good. What have you, Nick?
My special, definitely unique to me sandwich, I'm just gonna make it a Philly cheesesteak.
That's basically what I said.
Look, it's my favorite sandwich.
It's a good sandwich. Listen, Philly cheesesteaks, probably one of the best sandwiches you can get. Up there with the
huge
Cuban.
Fan. It's Cuban.
Cuban my nuts in your mouth. Heyo. We have some
Honestly,
stuff from Spotify.
Oh, okay.
What were you gonna say? Honestly, you what?
I don't know why I thought you were going to somehow spin that into a joke about cubics. Do you remember cubics?
I try not to remember cubics. Robots for everyone.
That's fucked up because I loved that movie.
Movie?
Did you not know there was a movie?
I know it was a TV show.
Oh, that's maybe what I'm thinking of. I don't remember.
Silly little hoe.
I'm Googling if there was a Cubics movie. Talk about Spotify.
Wobkey commented on episode 27, A Confusing Conundrum, 13 hours ago, and said, if you all decide to have dip chips return, I suggest putting a condiment on or in an unconventional item. Moreover, mayonnaise.
On or in it? This is doable. Okay, there is a Cubics movie.
Mm-hmm.
Which this is what I had, but I didn't realize this. The movie is just the first 3 episodes of the TV show.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Eat shit, Cubics.
Hey, those robots are for everyone.
Exactly.
Gaming with Kittens on episode 115 says, keep up the good work, DipShips Crew. It's always a pleasant surprise when a new episode drops.
Yeah, so true.
Thanks. It's very upsetting it's become a surprise.
No, I love that.
And the following comment from Norm Lambert on the same episode. Great podcast. See you all in June for the next episode with a heart.
They're so real. I think we should start, like, packaging these like a present. Every episode has to open with, like, streamers and the...
Oh, no. We Stephen bomb our podcast.
Oh,
literally.
God.
It's like, hey guys, guess what time it is? Who fucking knows? But we are recording DipShips today.
DipShips bomb dropping.
And we have a recommendation from Stark Maximum.
Ooh.
Says, I recently stumbled across a channel called Full Moon Matinee, which is run by a single guy who uploads full black and white movies from the 20s to the 50s, while also including his own intro and outro segments in an era-appropriate outfit, drinking whiskey, where he talks about the movie and its surrounding context. It's truly just a dude with a specific passion making a channel about the things he loves, and it shows.
I need you to understand.
Dude's pulling an Elvira, good for him.
What you're describing is the Sphere Hunter.
It's Sven Gulli.
But for very specific period movies.
Yeah.
And I'm about that.
I think this channel is a great resource if your crew is looking to do some movie watch-alongs and you want to inject some film noir into them, mostly because I think the guy running the channel adds a ton of charm with his own insight.
I don't know what noise just came out of my throat. I'm sorry, Mimi.
That's scary. Thank you for
that was not on purpose.
Thank you for the suggestion, Stark Maximum. We will be taking over his channel and killing him promptly.
Well, you heard the captain.
You want a boat fact?
I would love a boat fact.
What do you know about the Flying Dutchman?
I know that you're good.
Yeah. That's it. I know that you're good.
You're good. You're good. You're good.
Ah, you idiots! We were supposed to go 200 paces west, not 200 paces east.
Like, what do you want from me? Talk about the Flying Dutchman.
Legend tells that this haunted ship is unable to make port and is cursed to sail the seas forevermore. The supposed captain of the ghost ship was apparently inspired by stories of Barend folk whose exceptionally fast trips from the Netherlands to Java were presumed to be aided by the devil.
Hell yeah.
The most famous report of the Flying Dutchman was by King George V, who reportedly saw her all aglow along the coast of Australia as they were sailing in the Bass Strait.
And that has nothing to do with the copious amounts of cocaine he was ingesting for fun and profit.
That's so true.
You know, my favorite thing about the Flying Dutchman is its captain's got that little sock to put on his ghostly tail.
The monkey's fist. The monkey's not the monkey.
Woo!
Such a good gag.
The first known print reference to the ship appears in travels in various parts of Europe, Asia, and Africa during a series of 30 years and upward from 1790 by John MacDonald. Hell of a title. Couldn't fit it all on the front.
Right. Has to wrap around like a magic card.
The reference is as such. The weather was so stormy that the sailors said they saw the Flying Dutchman. The common story is that this Dutchman came to the Cape in distress of weather and wanted to get into harbor, but could not get a pilot to conduct her and was lost, and that ever since, in very bad weather, her vision appears. Very lame. Very, very lame considering what it is.
And if you see it, you get 2 gold doubloons.
Plastic!
Also, took me until this long to realize the name of the Flying Dutchman, because they have it in Dutch, and it's De Vliegende Hollander. And I was like, oh, it's just called the Flying Dutchman because it's like a Dutch man. That's all it is. I don't know why I thought like something specific that wasn't just
I did too.
Someone from Holland.
Fucking, I think it's also a secret boss fight in Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
Yeah.
Dude, I fucking hate the Dutch.
So real.
Oh, they're awful. You know what's not awful, though? That we're ending this podcast episode right now.
I'm hitting the stop recording button as we speak.
No, not yet. Remember, again, if you want to support us directly financially, patreon.com/DipShipsPod. Help us out in any way you can. If you can't financially support us, 5 stars, leave a comment, like the video, share the podcast with anyone who you think would enjoy it, because podcasting gets win based on word of mouth.
If you know anyone who could come up with a better backstory for the Flying Dutchman other than that dude was Dutch and now he's a ghost, get them on that shit, please. Yeah. They can do better.
I'm from Holland, isn't that weird?
Well, yes, but...
You want a smoke and a pancake?
It's the gold!
Way to go, assholes. We just lost our one Dutch viewer.
Sorry, Bridget.
Let's say Bridget, come back.
You long-necked bitch.
I know you can't come to the United States anymore because of all the...
all the circumstances.
Yeah. I'll take her on that trip to Enumclaw, Washington one day. Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you all on the Nautical Mile.
And remember, no personal checks.
What?
I'm hitting the button.